y'all set to achieve. Welcome to another video. And today we're asking the question, is it possible to make $1,000 a week doing delivery, or just apart from a 9-to-5? Is it possible to make that kind of money apart from a 9-to-5? And I'm here to tell you that yes, it is possible. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible to be able to quit your 9-to-5 and make money doing delivery. So the last video I did that went viral, I talked about the fact that I make $1,000 a week or more, depending on what is going on. I'm able to make that amount doing delivery, okay, and using only 2 apps, okay. But you can make more, okay, depending on when you start, how you organize yourself, how you're able to multi-app, and whatever else is the scenario. But you can definitely make $1,000 a week, okay, and like I said, or more. I'm somebody that believes in not putting all your eggs in one basket. I have had apps deactivate me. I used to do Uber Eats. I was deactivated for some strange reason. I'm not really sure about, but I was deactivated, and I don't even think they gave me a reason. So hey, I was like, that's fine. I signed up for DoorDash. I signed up for other apps like Deliver That, for catering. I signed up for Dispatch for packages. I signed up for Grubhub for food. I signed up for Roadie for packages and items in stores, and yeah. So and then Instacart. Okay. So today, like literally today, I turned my Instacart on. Okay. As a matter of fact, I just did some shopping. At the Petco right by me. Okay, in my back seat, I have a bunch of like dog and cat food from Petco, so I'm taking it to the customer. It was paying about $27, going about 13 miles. Now, typically, actually, the reason why I had not been using Instacart, I kind of like put it on freeze for a while, was because I wasn't liking some of the orders that would come in. Like I was feeling like it was like lower pay for like the distance. But the thing is just being selective in what you choose. You don't have to choose everything, but I was like, well, I mean, if I'm getting paid $27 and I'm just going 13 miles and I'm just picking up 4 items. That's not that big a deal, right? So so I did that, and so I'm on my way to go drop it off at the customer. So you just have to be selective. I have the stores right by me. I have Myers, I have Jewel, Osco, I have other ones like Petco, I have Kohl's. There was an item that I was supposed to pick up from Kohl's. It was actually two shoppers, and so I had one of the shoppers had an item from Kohl's, but I went over there. The item was not available. It was a toy, some kind of like toy. It was not available, and that was the only item they wanted. So I had to refund it. And then the thing about Instacart is that you cannot just cancel. They will have you reach out to their live agent, and then they will get some more information, and then they will, then cancel it for you, the batch for you, and then you can move on to the next batch. But yeah, I had a lot going on, but yeah. So I'm on my way actually just to deliver the item. But I mean, in this day and age, a lot of people have like a lot of like get rich quick type things, a lot of fake promises, And I don't come out here telling you that I'm making $3,000 a week doing what is it, delivery, because that would be a lie. There's people that have reached out to me on the comments and said that they're only doing Uber Eats and they're making $1,000 a week. So me telling you I'm doing 2 to 3 apps and I'm making $1,000 a week is believable, especially if I'm including larger packages. So I mean, that's very believable. Like, okay, she's doing, and she's making $1,000. She's not saying that she's making 2,000 just doing apps, because unless maybe you're doing cargo van, you're adding like larger items, or you're doing because there's people, I don't want to scratch that. There's people that are making that amount. Some people are making 2,000 a week, right? Doing medical, what is that? Courier, they have routes and things, but you have to understand that if you're trying to make that kind of money doing delivery, you're going to be working a lot of hours, okay? And I'm somebody that is very, very keen when it comes to how much I am spending outside. I don't want to be out here from sun up to sundown, okay? But I'm letting you know that you can easily make $1,000 a week by doing more than one app. You want a multi-app, okay? If you want to kind of make the kind of money that can at least take care of your bills, or do something, help you to pay your rent or whatever the case may be, you do want to be able to have at least 2 apps, okay, or 3, okay? So now I'm doing 3. I have Roadie, and the reason why I actually decided to add Roadie was because I had like a customer just do like a random complaint, and I got an email on Roadie. I had a pickup this morning for like a whole bunch of like flooring, and they put it on the forklift, but I don't have a forklift to take it down. I had to take it down like one by one, but I guess she found that unprofessional or whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's like, it was delivered. I mean, why are you making a big deal? But anyway, I was like, you know what, let me be smart. Let me turn on my other app. So I turned Instacart back on just to just to kind of cover myself, just to make sure that everything is covered, but I mean, if you are out here and you are willing to work hard and do what it takes to take care of whatever you need to take care of, okay? You don't want to be restricted to any job, any 9 to 5 or anything like that. You are dedicated, okay? You are organized, and then also having a CEO mindset. That is the thing that separates the I guess the wheat from the tares. You could say that, right? What kind of mindset do you have? Do you have a CEO mindset? You have a mindset that is focused. Do you have critical thinking skills or not? So, or do you have a employee kind of mindset? They have to be the one to send you this. They have to be the one to send you the emails. They have to ask you when to send the emails. They have to ask you when to meet. They have to ask you all these different things, and then to combine it with the stress, and it's like, one thing that I like to let people understand is that you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself, okay? You have to know yourself. When it comes to things like, being able to, do certain things, and being able to know what is good for you, because everything that is good for others is not necessarily good for you. What might be good for people that they're telling you, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, but yourself, like, not everybody can, sit at home for hours, doing like work at home. Some people love that, remote job work. That's fine if that's you, Some people even do like 2 or 3, right? And they make their money that way, and they have no problems. But one thing that you have to understand is that anything that you're doing and you love it, it's not work. It's no more work because you love it, okay? So if I'm doing delivery and I love what I do, I love being able to help people, by bringing items that they need to them, and it's a win-win for me because I'm not stuck in a 9 to 5. I can make my own hours. I can be my own boss. I can regulate my own schedule. Then that's great, right? But bottom line is, I don't like it when people are making like weird and far-fetched income claims, because it's like you're just giving people false hope. Okay, if I'm telling you I'm making $1,000 a week, sometimes $1,200 doing delivery, that's what I'm making. And I'm able to make this consistently. It's great, right? But you have to know what works for you. Okay, you have to know what works for you. All right, so, but yeah, you can easily make $1,000 a week doing delivery, especially if you're multi-apping, meaning you're doing more than one app. You're doing 2, 3, 4 apps, and then one of the things that are better, or the ways that you can better be able to do this, is if you are someone that is able to well, first and foremost, be consistent. You're doing it every day, so you know your routes, which stores open when, you know everything about, like, because it's like, just like anything, when you're doing it, you have to be very passionate about it. Very passionate about it. So you have to know your work, know what works, know which apps that you can work with, and which apps work well together, and know which apps that you have to kind of like set aside, just leave it in your app store. Okay, so when you're doing multi-apping with delivery and trying to make money with delivery, you have to know exactly what you're dealing with. Okay, but yeah, it's very possible to make the kind of money that allows you to have time freedom, allows you to be able to be there for your kids, pay your bills, and not have to be stuck. But you definitely have to change your mindset. You definitely have to, you have to kind of get comfortable being uncomfortable, I mean, look at me. I'm in Chicago. It's cold, but I still get to do this, and I mean, I don't have any complaints. So all the apps that I use, they're not having me going, expressways and, far 40, unless the only ones that have me going like sometimes like 30 miles or so, depending, is roadie. Okay, but those are the ones that when I have like a bulk delivery, so it's like I guess you could compare like those kind of deliveries to like Amazon Flex, when you have like a whole bunch of packages, like people order online, and then you have to kind of like, deliver like within like miles from one another, or like minutes from one another. Sometimes like some of the deliveries are in the same neighborhood. So with those ones, yeah, but they tell you how much the offer is, they tell you how much the mileage is, and then they tell you how many hours is the delivery will take. So some would tell you like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 18 packages, going 40 miles paying $70, or 30 miles paying $60, whatever it'll tell you. So you would pick and choose, okay, do I want to take this, or do I want to wait, or do I want to turn on my DoorDash, or do I want to, so you're always thinking on your feet. You're always thinking. Okay, but once you're able to garner that CEO mindset, and then you're able to kind of like put 2 and 2 together and factor all these different things in, then yeah, definitely it's possible. Very, very possible. You can make that money. Just keep your eyes open, and just be diligent. You have to be very, very diligent. But I am someone that's always looking out for open, like, more opportunities to make money. But as long as it's like within reason. Not somebody promising you $1 million overnight. It's like, really? Okay, all right. But definitely, you can. I mean, if you're someone that's looking to quit your 9 to 5, if you're someone that is looking to make some extra money, if you're someone that is looking to just get something like that you can do part time or your free time, yeah, then I would say start doing delivery work. Now I have the multiple streams masterclass bundle, and it also includes, I think it's only like $49.99, and includes everything that you need to get started making money with delivery. It also includes other things, but it mainly includes how to quit your 9 to 5 and make a full-time income with your car, and that has 72 different apps, so you can get started with that. Very affordable. It has a middleman business guide if you want to start a middleman business. It has the mobile business guide and a passive riches bundle. So it's all these different things. I have the whole package. I used to sell it separately, but I felt like, I think it's like more value just putting it all together. So someone that is trying to buy that one thing can maybe when they're kind of like more steady and they're making money with it, will say, you know what, how can I add something else and have that balance? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's great, you know. I mean, I was able to use delivery to break out of narcissistic abuse, okay? To actually be able to pay my bills, because if you cannot pay your bills, a lot of women especially are stuck in abusive relationship because they cannot pay their bills. It's like, who's gonna pay these bills? Who's gonna feed these kids? Who's gonna, you know? But it's like, okay, you know you're being abused, you know that you're not healthy, but it's like, okay, where do I go from here? So I'm saying, so it's just one of those things that we have to factor into play. And figure out what we need to do. Yeah. But is it possible? Yes, it's possible. I do it every day. I do it week after week after week. And you know, I thank God for his grace, you know. And I'm a strong believer in Christ and in God, you know, that he's the one that gives me strength. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So you can do all things, you know, just have to stay focused, believe in yourself that you can do it, you know, and yeah, just work hard and put it together, you know. You can, absolutely. 100% you can. Okay, so yeah, leave your comments telling me which apps you use, which state you're in, yeah, you know, and how it's working out for you. Okay, yeah, and absolutely you can make $1,000 a week or more if you stay diligent and if you yeah, multi-app, you know, with more than one app. You can use one app, but you might use long hours, you know. But there are many apps. There's so many apps now, and even more and more keep coming up. So I always look to see which ones are coming up, you know. And one thing that you have to understand is that not everything is for you, you know. Everybody, you know, one thing that I've realized, okay, is that God made us all differently, okay. So I think that God might want some people to get rich or, you know, get stable from one thing, but for some other people it might be another thing, you know. So it's like, never compare yourself to anybody else, okay. Never ever compare yourself. Just know that you're unique, you know, and God made you unique, you know. Your likes, your dislikes, the things that you can stand, the things you can't stand, that's what makes you you, okay. But yeah, you can make $1,000 a week or more with delivery, okay. So set to achieve. I hope you learned something. Like, subscribe, share, leave your comments, and God bless.